Hey, good morning, good morning, good morning, Realtor Avery.
Good morning, around the good Chuck. How are you?
I'm awesome. I'm awesome. In keeping with tradition, I'm going to start off with something that we didn't talk about. Um, I know I do it every week. No, I was going to say that it was so nice to see Holly last week. I saw her. She was at, we had the
Oh,
event at Batavia
nice.
Downs. No,
Nice.
actually, not last week. It was like 2 days ago or something. It was we had our event at Batavia Downs um, to get more agents introduced to the Zillow showcase listings, which is super sweet. If you want any information about that, you can give me a call, give Lisa a call. Where we
Yeah,
have it's pretty nice,
yeah, it is.
um,
It's
and
very, very
yeah,
robust.
very robust. Yes, love it. So that's an example of something that's new in the way real estate's always changing, right?
Mhm.
And then but then we always sometimes we go, do it, dare I say, back to basics? Is that a theme I've been hearing in the last week or so?
Yeah.
Tell me
Well,
more.
I think that, you should always go back to basics, right? Like basics are
Mm,
important. And that's why sports teams, they do drills, right? They
mm,
they go back to basics. If you are, a tennis player, like you're still gonna run the lanes, right? You're not just gonna walk out not warming up, right? So basics
right.
are important. And
That's how
then
I
from the basics, you tweak it, right? Like you're gonna do more and you're gonna learn. And so yeah, in January, just like other businesses, you might start like, okay, let's review last year and how can I enhance this year?
okay.
And one
Spec,
of the things, oh,
go
go
ahead.
ahead.
No, I was I thought you were all set. You go, keep
We
going. You're on a roll. Call you
we have
butter because you're on a roll.
talked about a phrase that I heard recently that we should be using technology to enhance relationships, right? So we've said for a long time, technology is not going to replace a realtor, but a realtor who uses technology is certainly going to replace someone who doesn't. And technology can definitely enhance your relationships.
Hmm.
And as as silly. I mean, it says out there, don't forget about happy birthday, like saying birthdays. Everybody's gonna think it's just because Chuck has a big birthday in a couple months, but that's not the whole reason that we're talking about birthdays. But birthdays, I don't like getting older, but I like hearing happy birthday.
I love having man, I love a birthday.
I will tell you this, right? So I had a big birthday many years ago when I turned 50, and I happened to be at the happiest place on earth the day I turned 50. I was at the Magic Kingdom. I
Wow.
had never gotten one of those buttons, right? See people walk around Disney with their different buttons. And I said to my kids, I want a button. So I got a button and they wrote happy birthday, Lisa, on my button. And everywhere I went that day, they would say happy birthday, Lisa, or they would say happy birthday, princess. And it made me feel so good. It was a wonderful, wonderful day. I was at Disney World with my kids and it was magical. So most people like to hear happy birthday. Again, I don't like getting older, but I'm glad to be able and fortunate enough to get older.
Right.
And so we thought, why not talk about ways that you can say happy birthday in 2025? And can technology help you with that?
It's funny, you said we keep saying, the agents need to keep using, make technology a tool. It is just a tool of the realtor. It won't replace us. I can't believe we're still having that conversation. It's it's 2024, and like think
Wait,
of
what?
all the oh, it's 2025. Oopsie.
2025.
It's 2025. It's 2025 now, and I just think of all the. I mean, I remember getting my first email address in the fall of 1993 when I got to college. And back then when we got to college, it wasn't part of your welcoming packet. And here's your email address. The only reason I even knew I had one was because some graduate student at the school said, "Yeah, here you go, and here's how you log on." And I go, "Oh wow, okay, great, awesome." And then I found out, my friends were in other colleges across the country, they had all just got emails as well, and we were all writing each other back and forth. And but that was 1993, 30 2 years ago, dare I say. So think of all the change, the way technology, all the change we've experienced in the last 30 years.
Yeah,
I
it's
think we're used to
amazing.
it. I think, I think at least I feel used to it, but
Right.
but yeah, but
And
here's go ahead.
I was just going to say, and so the ways that we communicate, they have gone up and down over the years, right? So like for a while, it would be, a couple weeks before your birthday, and you'd start getting birthday cards in the mail, right? Like people would mail you cards.
Hmm.
And then we started getting more emails, and then you're getting phone calls, and then text messages. And then all of a sudden, like nobody was doing real mail because everybody was emailing. Well, then email got so out of control, no one
Hmm.
was checking their email, and then mail got nice again. But
Hmm.
there are all different kinds of ways that you can communicate with people, and birthdays are one of them.
Yeah,
So your
I
birthday is coming up, Chuck. If you were to say, this is what I want. You want birthday cards, you want emails, you want
yeah.
songs, like you want a billboard. Like how do you like to hear happy birthday?
Oh wow, I love the card. I love getting a birthday card in the mail. That's all. That's what I want. Birthday
Okay.
cards. Birthday cards. Although I mean, I do the American greetings for other people digitally, and I
Mm-hmm.
create the little video. We'll do a demonstration here, and somebody sent me one of those. That'd be fun too.
Mm-hmm.
Yep. I wouldn't mind. I wouldn't.
I,
I mean, I guess I wouldn't mind being at the Magic Kingdom and being called Prince all day. That'd be kind of awesome.
it is pretty cool.
Prince
It does
Chuck,
not
Prince
get you to the
Charles. It
front of
sounds
the
like a
line.
prince name, a king. I should just go right to King.
Okay,
King
King Chuck,
Charles,
happy birthday.
right? King Charles. So
I think there's already one. Um, the no, but it's true. It's true. And then like we haven't even touched on. So how busy are birthdays for anyone who's on Facebook, right? Like if you want to
oh
say,
yeah,
if you want to reply to people, like we think about people who have a huge online presence, and they've
yeah,
got hundreds of people saying happy birthday. If you're trying to like and respond and thank people, I remember this is probably going back maybe 10 or 12 years, and I happened to have a cell phone plan that didn't work in Canada. And I had gone up to Niagara on the Lake for my birthday. And so when I crossed the border to get back into the US, my phone blew up
oh,
with all these text messages and voicemails and greetings and
uh-huh.
happy birthday. I'm like, oh my gosh, like it took me a long time to respond to everybody. Um, and so it's
Well,
almost, it can get overwhelming.
yeah. I mean, commonly I think on digitally we see the blanket response, which I get. Say thank you everyone for the warm birthday wishes.
Mm-hmm.
That's nice. You probably send that out to. I mean, I would put that out there. That would cover most people, but then you've got a few people that you want to respond individually to, and
Yeah,
say, and as a real, whether not just as a realtor, but as an anyone, say, thank you so much, and oh, and by the way, let's go grab a cup of coffee, right? We haven't
right.
we haven't we haven't connected in a year or however long, and let's just go meet up. So yeah.
I agree. And
Mhm.
sometimes you get those reminders, right? You might log on to Facebook and it tells you, two or three people have a birthday today. And sometimes you read that and then I pick up my phone and call the person. Hey, happy
Yeah.
birthday. I want to do a little I have a different relationship with that person, so I'm gonna send them a different greeting.
Okay.
Facebook, for example, makes it really easy. Like they'll even write stuff for you. They'll add those little emojis, and all you have to do is click on the send button, and you can
Yeah.
send something just like that.
Yes. No, right.
Um,
They do. They make it super easy
mhm,
because it wants to make it easy for you to post, easy to stay connected. And
yeah.
today I only had two birthdays today on there, but one of them is important. One of them is a client, a buyer. We're going to be closing on her property next week.
Oh wow. So she's getting a nice birthday gift for herself.
Yay! So
Yeah.
this is yeah. No, we're excited. She's getting her first house. So
Yeah.
um, and
All right. So Chuck,
so I'll,
why don't you talk about the American greetings? Because
all
for
right.
some people who haven't
So I love
seen it,
America Greetings. I found out about this from at HannahCon. I want to say it was in Las Vegas from my buddy Terry Watson. Thank you, Terry. Give a shout out and credit to Mr. Watson. And so let me change. I'll bring it up. Add to stage. Here we go. So here's the American Greetings page, and I have used the Shaquille O'Neal, Shack in the Box birthday song. I've done the Idina Menzel uh,
Mm.
birthday song, the Prairie Dogs. I mean, these are all great. They got one here from Donny Osmond. If you know anyone who's a Donny Osmond, and Osmond in general, but especially Donny. Anybody?
I like
Let's
the
do it.
fact,
I don't want to share that one because somebody I know might get that in the future. The very
yeah,
first one I ever did was the Dolly Parton song,
I love the
and
Dolly Parton one.
and Dolly's great. So let me
Yeah.
do a preview here. Let's see. Let me take a
And
quick
while
peek.
he's
Go ahead.
pulling that up, like what I love about it is it's totally customizable. Their
Yep.
name, their information,
Yep.
and yet it's fairly easy to do.
Correct. So here we go. Yep.
The days go by faster and faster. The calendar turns another year past you. It's a special day for you to shine.
And
Friends
who
all
doesn't want
around
this on
with
their
cheers
birthday?
and wishes, candles on a cake that's just delicious. It's
Somebody
all
who's
for
dead
you
inside.
today, 'cause it's birthday time. That's right, Bonnie. This one's for you. 'Cause it's birthday time. What a day for celebrating. There'll be songs and gifts and some happy congregating.
I mean, the
'Cause it's
names right there,
birthday time. With your
pretty
friends and
cool.
Mm-hmm.
relations.
Oh
It's a
yeah, it
time
puts
for
Bonnie.
joy
It puts her all over
and
it.
happy
It really makes it seem like
celebrations.
a custom song. Wait.
Yeah.
Happy
All right,
birthday to
so
you. Happy
So
birthday.
I also so I didn't I didn't know the year. I didn't know how old she was gonna. If I knew how old she was gonna be, I could have selected the year and it would have put that in the song as
yeah.
well. So you have that
Well,
option.
and what's great about it is when you have, so again, talking about having technology to enhance relationships, technology to work for you. Once you put that in there, you've added the contact because you're going to be emailing it to Bonnie, and it's going to say, "Do you want me to remember Bonnie's birthday?" Like, yes, please. And I want you to remind me in 378 days or 58 days that Bonnie's birthday is coming up in a week and that I should
Right.
be getting ready to send another greeting. So have that technology working for you and doing stuff in the background, right? That's
Yep.
why. So again, getting back because many of you watch us on Facebook. We know you're on Facebook. You don't have to wait till the morning to see whose birthday is today, right? When you click on those birthday reminders, you can see who's the next week. You can see who's coming up. Use that also as your reminder, because you might also still go to the store and buy a birthday card. You might, like one of our people who watch all the time, she makes her own birthday cards, right? So
Mm-hmm.
she might say, okay, let me look at all my February birthdays and I'm going to start making my cards for the February people. So there are great ways that technology can help you to stay in touch. We recently heard a very wise man say, real estate is a contact sport.
Mm-hmm.
Now, not contact, as in physically crashing into each other,
Keep
but
making contacts.
contacting people.
Just keep making
And you
contacts.
really need contact.
And that time that you just told that story, I copied the link to that little video and sent it to Bonnie and I pasted it. I pasted it on the wall, on her Facebook page. So now not
Awesome.
only is she going to get an amazing birthday song from Dolly Parton, but guess what? Other people in her sphere are likely to see it too, and they're going to see what a cool person I am because I sent such a nice, thoughtful birthday
Right.
message.
And
No,
that's going to make them, I mean, how do you not smile when you hear that song, right?
I
Like,
don't know.
it,
That's
it brightens your day, right? And so again, like, okay, so we said with Facebook, you go on there, it says it's Chuck's birthday. I can do happy birthday, Chuck, party hat, cupcake, whatever thing. Click on send, and it just does it. Or it's probably going to say happy birthday, Charles Flynn. I'm like, no, 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 I know Miss Chuck. Let me change that. Happy birthday, Chuck, whatever. I can also go to his profile page and I can upload a photo or a video, right? Like I can upload a photo of the two of us. I can upload a photo. Actually, it reminds me, I have your high school photo now. So maybe every year on your birthday, I'll just upload that because you did send it to me once for a promo piece. You can upload a photo.
That's right. Oh yeah, that's a great picture. What? I mean, talk about handsome. That was.
Yeah. Personally,
I
I
can't believe I
love
didn't make the
going.
cover of Jostens that year. I should.
You're not gonna
Jostens is
listen
probably
to it,
still using that photo.
probably
Jostens is still using that photo for
back when you were
their
selling.
best of.
So back to what I was saying. Um, it's just weird. Um, no, but seriously, so a tool I like, and we've mentioned it before, I like to use Canva. So I will make some birthday graphics or some birthday videos on Canva. And I like to make them seasonally. I like to make them relatable to the person. I love to use my little champagne coupe graphic, cheers to a new year. But if I know someone who doesn't like champagne, doesn't drink, maybe they're doing a dry January, I'm not going to send them that graphic, right? So again, the creativity gets you to do a little bit more. And that's why, you might say, I'm going to go to the store and buy a greeting card. Well, if you go to the store, there's hundreds and hundreds and hundreds of birthday cards. There's not just one. Because different cards for
Okay.
different people, different graphics for different people. There. I mean, I guess that will be our quest. Is there someone who would not like a singing birthday greeting, right? Like
Right.
maybe there is someone out there who just says, "Oh, that's silly."
This is cool. I'm listening. I'm half listening. I opened up a Canva page and I typed in birthday video. So I was gonna share. You know, I'm a sharer.
And they have
So
great videos. And if you have your friend's photo, you can add your photo to the greeting, right? You can do so much with it.
okay, this one. Oop,
Oh, I love it.
yeah, right. So,
Yeah,
so I hit play and
yeah, cool.
and then you could do a song over top. You like go to audio and um, happy birthday song. And I'm just gonna throw this on there. Let's play it now. Let's try it now.
Right.
Whoops. All right. Well, it's Canva. You can change it, right? Easy
And this
peasy.
is why you preview, right?
This is
Like,
what.
ooh.
Yeah. Right.
Um, but what's nice is you're also not going to get in trouble, right? You're
Right.
using Canva. They vet their songs. They
Right.
make sure that you're not going to put anything out there that's going to get you in trouble with copyright.
Right.
Um, so great things. Canva 2 has some great AI now where it can help you write. I mean, obviously, happy birthday, not hard to write that. But if you wanted to write a little bit more, they have great AI tools now that you can incorporate. Um, Chuck and I have both shared that we both like photography. Some of my birthday greetings, I use pictures that I've taken because I'm like, it makes me feel good to use some of the stuff I've done. And again, relatable to the person. Now, hey.
Look at that.
So yeah, super easy. And then you can change the background, you can change the color. I think that background actually looks nice with my black shirt. But if I was wearing something different, you change the colors, you change the font, you change all the different things, and you can have fun playing around with stuff.
There you go. Yeah. Go for it. I love it.
Yeah. So if you want to put in there, happy, you know, 58th birthday for next year, you can put that in there.
Listen, I'm not going to get your birthday card done in like 3 seconds. I got to put time and effort
Okay. Well, you have
into
time.
into this. So, but yeah, I love how I never thought of using Canva for this, and I've used
I
Canva
love
for
it.
pretty much everything, and I never really thought of
Yeah.
doing that. And what I would think is I would probably make a template like this, and then hopefully I would be nice to have a photo of somebody. You know what I might do? I might go back to Facebook and I might grab a photo off of somebody's, from their history of their wall,
Right.
and just copy it and boom, paste it into this photo frame, and there you go.
Yes.
Yep, I've used
Totally.
the I've gone to Facebook to take a photo from somebody. They put it on Facebook. They wanted the world to see it, so
Hmm.
I've taken that photo and uploaded it to Postagram and sent them the photo that they put on Facebook. I've sent it
Yeah.
back to them in a postcard so that now they have it touchy that
Right.
they can enjoy on their side of their fridge or wherever they want to put it, So,
Because we all know most of the pictures we have online, we haven't printed,
right, exactly,
right?
exactly. Although I did just get that Kodak 4x6 printer for Christmas. I bought it for Kathy for Christmas. I knew she would love it, and it's funny when she opened it. She's like, "Oh my! I saw this. I wanted one of these," and I said, "You never asked. I just knew you were gonna want it."
Aw,
So,
you're a good husband.
winner.
Yes, that was very good.
Um, so yeah, no, that was great.
Very good. Yeah. So,
So I like it. This is simple. You know what's so great, Lisa? This is so simple. It's just
right,
something that you've got to do. It's
right,
one of the touches, you know. How many times you got to touch? How many little, we call them touches, right? Every time you interact with somebody, but how many times in a year do you really have to interact with somebody to keep that relationship, to keep you top of mind? What do you think?
at least six.
At least, okay,
At least
right.
six.
At least six, and I think I agree. And so this could be one of those.
Right, right.
It should be
Because,
one of
and
those.
when we talk about being in sales, like, every time, like, think about, I mean, we know people don't buy a house every year. So we're not saying reach out and ask them to buy or sell a house. We're saying it's our job to make sure they remember we're their realtor, right?
Mhm,
It's important that we are proactive about it. So
mhm.
if I'm sending a happy birthday, we've talked before about a property review, an annual property review. So maybe I'm going to send them an annual property review. Maybe I'm going to send them a postcard in the summer about all the festivals that are happening in our town, right? Maybe I'm going to some people send calendars. You want to have a reason why you're doing everything, right? Some people send magazines or um, what do you encourage people to send, Chuck?
Yeah, I've done. Yeah, I mean, a shout out to Reminder Media. I like them, and
Mm-hmm.
I've done the magazines, and I have a client. I showed a house to. This was just before the August 17th thing, and I go next time we go. I had an agreement with him, and he stopped looking. Anyways, and then of course, out of nowhere, right? He's been getting my magazine, and so I call it. To me, it seems like out of nowhere he calls me to go look at a property, but he's been getting my magazine. So it's not out of
Right.
nowhere. It's because I've been making those touches every other month for the last 3 years.
Yes.
Um, so
And
it wasn't out of nowhere. It was within the plan,
yeah,
right?
because yeah. So you've got those touches. You've got phone calls. Pop
Yep.
by. Hey, how's it going? Anything you need? What's happening in the market? Maybe you've got them on a monthly update of what's happening in their market. So,
Yep.
this is just one more way to stay in touch, and it's a fun way to stay in touch, right? Like it's
I really like that you said that because honestly, when I was watching that, I think enjoy that postcard I sent to Bonnie maybe more than she will. I mean, I enjoyed it so much. Like I thought about that when I was watching it, thinking, gosh, like I'm really just bopping along. Like this
right.
is fun. It's like,
And I love that it's a part of you, right?
yeah.
You're taking time to recognize them and you're thinking about them. I mean, we
Mhm,
scrolled through and there's lots of choices of who are you going to hire to sing happy birthday to her, right?
mhm,
And you want to make sure it's somebody that she's going to enjoy a happy birthday greeting from, right?
mhm.
So
Yeah,
it's
that's great.
electronic, right?
Yep.
So some people think that's impersonal, but not anymore. You
No,
know,
no,
it's
no, no.
great.
Thanks, Terry Watson. Another shout out. Thanks, buddy. Appreciate it.
Yes,
Although he didn't
yes.
come on our podcast, but
All right. Well, that's okay. So again, when you're hearing all these things, get back to basics.
what's your idea? Yeah, and
And
shout out to the audience. What are your ideas? Anybody
yeah,
got? I joined that. I forget what I was doing a few weeks back, but I was doing something for real estate, and somebody mentioned a Facebook group called some kind of pop by Facebook group. I'm gonna start typing it in and see if I can get it to. So, oh yeah, Pop by Ideas and Referrals is the name of this Facebook group. Pop by Ideas and Referrals. And I've noticed some cool ideas that come by, and people say, oh, some people ask, hey, what about this? Or what do you do for that? And this great group, a few people, they're givers, and they just like, hey, I do blah, blah, blah. I tried
yeah,
this. And it's just a nice open group with a lot of realtors in it, but there are other professions, where they do Popeyes. We're not the only ones. And it's a really great group. So you can just type in pop by ideas and referrals and ask to join the group. And I think you're in.
That's
Pretty cool.
awesome. Awesome. And share your ideas, whether you're watching us on YouTube, comment there. If you're in our Facebook group and you're watching there, and invite your friends to watch, subscribe, join our Facebook
Subscribe,
group.
join. Yeah. If you're on
And
YouTube, like and subscribe.
like and subscribe.
I
also
consume a lot
follow.
of YouTube, and everybody's so good at asking for the like and subscribe. And every time they do, I'm like, I always forget.
Yeah, like and subscribe.
Like and subscribe. So give your feedback. What do you want to show about? What do you want to hear about? Let us know. All right. Well, we talk about what kind of shows we want to do all the time. I think you know what our next show is going to be about?
What?
About how Buffalo was rated the #1 market in the country. Yay. And that was on the Zillow rating. And then an article just came out today or yesterday that on Realtor.com, Rochester was #2. So that's pretty sweet.
Western New York is awesome. You know, I love that, best kept secret.
Right. It's a great balance between awesomeness and affordability, right? Part of the reason we're so awesome is because it's relatively affordable, and we have great community, great culture. I think it's awesome. I'm so glad I'm here.
Me too.
Awesome. All right. I love it. I'll see you next week. Cheers, everybody.